Hey guys, want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. And we should be live. I'm going to try to see your guys' comments, but it is a little difficult because I have multiple screens going. Welcome. Who's ready for Thanksgiving? So today we're going to do a Thanksgiving charcuterie board. I'm going to tell you what's coming up in the season. I'm also going to tell you what is happening right now at Carina Gardner Inc. and the University of Arts and Design. So lots of kind of cool things, but we're going to get started with this charcuterie board and talk about how to make one that people will actually eat. So I chose a lot of my favorite things because I like to eat charcuterie even for lunch. Clearly not this big, but I've got a pretty great board here. So here is the board. Pretty awesome. I have a lot of boards that I have actually displayed in my kitchen in my house. And depending on what I'm using it for, Thanksgiving, Christmas, just having some friends over, I choose a different board. Today I'm going to do a circle board, and I'm a little bit sad because I had ordered on Amazon these cute little leaf cookie cutouts, and my hope was to cut them through the cheese, but they still have not arrived, and there's a chance my husband's going to show up with them during this live that I'm doing. So we'll see if they show up, but pretty fun. If you have never hung out with me before, my name is Carina Gardner. I own Design Suite, and I'm the founder and CEO of the University of Arts and Design. We do master's degrees for designers who want to learn how to build businesses. We do that exact same thing actually in Design Suite. So if you want to check that out, you can go to designsuitecourses.com/designbootcamp. If you want to learn more about the university, you can go to uad.education. All right, so now what we're going to do is talk about all the things I've got today for a Thanksgiving charcuterie. Now, this is a little different than the way I usually do things. I'm kind of a traditionalist. I love a brie, some kind of cheddar or Gouda, and then like a blue cheese for my charcuterie boards. I'm not doing that today. Instead, I chose something that was a little more what I would consider kid-friendly. My kids don't love the blue cheese, which I almost always do like a blue cheese with a honey. And then like some pecans, like sugared pecans or regular pecans, as like I'm thinking about like how the cheeses will pair nicely with the different things I've got on the board. Instead, what I have is turkey, which I never do turkey on a charcuterie board, but I just felt like it was appropriate for Thanksgiving. So there's gonna be turkey for this board. I decided I was going to do I've got an apple smoked cheddar because that feels very fall-y, right? So a little autumn flavor there. A smoked Gouda, once again, choosing like kind of smoked flavors. And then I also have a brie, but just because brie is so popular and I just feel like it's really easy to get my kids to eat brie. Okay, so those are my cheeses today. So I have 3 of them, and you'll notice I chose kind of bigger ones because I thought I was going to have those leaf cut out so I can cut into them. So I'm still holding out, hoping that those will show up. As far as meats go, what I am doing is I'm doing turkey and I'm doing an Italian dry. So these are all bought in my grocery store, you guys, nothing special or crazy here. Okay, so those are my 2 meats today. My 2 crackers today is I feel like I've gotten so many people to buy these that they should start giving me an affiliate link or something. The La Panzella, they're kind of expensive, but they're literally like the best cracker. I love them so much, and I buy them everywhere I go. And then I have a stack of like more of like a wheat cracker that I have from like just my cracker set in my house. Okay, so those are my 2 crackers today. I do have like some sprigs of rosemary, which I just cut from my herb garden. And oh my gosh, these big, gorgeous sets of grapes that I just bought. Okay, so pretty fun. And as far as nuts go, I only have a cashew today. Sometimes I do an almond and sometimes I do a pecan. Depending on what you like in your Thanksgiving set, this can be a good thing as well. I do have an orange fig spread because I do think that you kind of have to like offset that sweet and savory, as well as some calamari olives. Sometimes I do green olives, but for this one, I decided to go black. Okay, now this is not always the case with charcuterie, but I'm going to mix in some sweet things today as well. So I do have like some different little holders in case I need them. I haven't decided whether I'm going to use them yet or not, but I decided to add caramels, partially because I like the color. I got these. They're frosted soft sugar cookies. I might have taken one little bite of one of them. They're just good. They're like ginger snaps. So I figured for kids, that would be fun. I also got some almond rocca candies, which are butter crunch toffees with almonds, some peanut butter cups. These are Justin's. I really like these. And then some craisins as well. So I'm mostly choosing things that have the right colors, right? So like browns, creams, reds, like I'm kind of like working around color. And then I'm also choosing things that I think are a little more fall related. All right. So I think the key with creating a really good charcuterie board is actually just filling it up, right? And so I'm going to start at the center and then work around the outside and then fill everything in. Okay, so that's my method for kind of doing this. And we're going to start with the cheese. Now, you can do this a couple of different ways. One of the ways that I love doing it is building a triangle, right? Like a triangle always works, especially with the cheese. So you like kind of have them set up in a triangle situation. This one, the other thing you can do is center, like center fold, and then everything works around it. The thing is that I've got a circle, right? And I kind of want to work my way around it. And so I decided I'm probably going to put the round brie in the center for it. I think it's also because I'm really hope of hopes that I get that, the cutout for that as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut open. Let me use scissors for this instead of a knife. My apple smoked cheddar. And I'm going to put this one on one side and the smoked Gouda on the other side. And I'm hoping that with some other bigger, bulkier items that it's all going to look okay together. Mostly I just want to eat it because I'm hungry. I'm hungry and I have been eyeing this charcuterie board that I've been going to make all morning long. So today we just finished a mentor workshop for Design Suite. That's been kind of the crazy thing we had today. And it was so good. I'm like so impressed with what the Design Suite members are doing right now. It's so incredibly awesome. And then at the university, we have several students who are currently in what we call our digital strategies class or their capstone class if they're working on their MA versus the MFA. And here, I'm just going to give you guys an overhead view so you guys can kind of see what this looks like here. We just have a lot of people doing a lot of different things right now, which is really, really fun. And it's especially fun to see everybody's progress on that. Okay, so I've chosen this diagonal, and that's kind of how I've got everything set up. And now I'm going to put on the meat. So I'm kind of like balancing out where the meat and the cheese go. I would love to know in the comments your guys' favorite things to put on charcuterie boards because I think everybody has their favorites. So I kind of always start with my cheese and my meat, and then I kind of move on to all the other good stuff from there. All right. Okay. Big things going on right now. So if you are not on my email list, you probably don't know this, but we actually are in the middle of our only Black Friday week that we are planning on doing for Carina Gardner Inc. So what we've done is we started November 1st and it's going to end on Friday, and today is Tuesday, so you can still get in on it. But if you go to designsuitecourses.com/Black Friday, you will see there whatever our Black Friday deal for the day is. So it's meant to be really fun. We've slashed a ton of prices on certain products. And so if you want to get in on that, that is a really fun way to go. Okay, I think that's good. I'm not going to use up all of the meat. Well, maybe I will. I like that it covers this whole area. I might change my mind halfway through, but it kind of outlines the whole thing. So it looks really good. Nobody has to want for needing meat on this, right? So there are a couple of different ways this could go. I could put this turkey meat over on this side. So we can have like a meat heavy side here and then grapes and stuff over here, or I can put the meat over here. What I think I'm actually going to do is I am going to, I think I'm going to add, before I add this meat, I'm going to go ahead and add the grapes on this board because I want to make sure there's going to be space for them. So I have a set of green grapes and I have a set of red grapes. Why are the green ones so like refreshing? They just really are. So let's see. I'm going to start with this set right here on this side. And we'll kind of mimic that on this side right here. Can you guys see that okay? You know, like those of you are kind of like looking overhead. So how pretty that is. So we've kind of mimicked it on either side. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do the crackers on the outside here. Okay. And then I'm going to bring the turkey on the inside of this. Am I going to have room for everything? That is always the question every time I make one of these charcuterie boards. Okay. So I'm going to just stack this way. I'm probably not going to use all of these crackers because I'm now a little worried about space. Kind of move that out of the way. So we're in our Black Friday week right now, which is super fun. And once we get done with Black Friday week, next week we have, no, not next week. The week after that, we have our Master the Machine event. So if you want to learn more about the event, and by the way, there is a deal coming up for Master the Machine on the Black Friday deal. So keep your eyes out for that because every day it resets at 8 o'clock. But Master the Machine has like 18 classes inside of it. Plus we do these lives. And so the lives go in there as well. And it's just super duper fun. Okay, what else do I want here, you guys? I want, well, I haven't put the turkey in. Maybe I'll fill that in right here. Let's do the craisins. So Master the Machine, if you want to learn more about that, you can go to designsuitecourses.com/master the machine. All right, I'm just going to fill this in. I'm kind of like using it as a trio against the grapes. I'm just putting a little stack right in here. So cute. So good. And then I'm going to put some nuts next to it. I love cashews. Cashews is like the one thing my son will eat. So that's why this is going on the board. Normally, I usually do a lot of pecans and I love almonds, but I want my son to eat this. So that's why we're doing cashews today. So choose your favorite thing that you like. Just going to add that right in here. Just to break everything up. Okay. All right. What else is going on? If you don't know anything about our university and you want to learn more about it, if you go to uad.education, you can learn more about it there. But we're currently in spring enrollment. So we have several new enrollees. We're really, really excited about our new students. You can just see, I'm just rolling up this turkey, you guys. Let me give you a little bit of an overhead view for those of you who want to see kind of what this looks like overhead. There you go. So I'm just rolling up this turkey and putting it directly on this board. I was going to do a smaller board, you guys. Now I'm so glad I didn't because there is no way all the stuff, I still have lots of things I need to add to this is going to fit. There's just no way. But I love all the textures. So we're in the middle of enrollment for spring 1. If you are interested, right now we do not do a bachelor's degree. We only do a master's of arts in design business and a master of fine arts in digital design. We do have an undergraduate certificate. So if you don't have a bachelor's degree and you're like, I really want to learn how to build a business and I want to take the coursework, we do have an undergraduate certificate you can apply for to come do with us. And you just need a high school diploma to come do that, which is pretty awesome. We have several people in our design certificate program. And our first graduate was Katie Wynn, who you'll see in our university magazine, which is coming out pretty much, well, probably early next week. You'll be able to see it. So that's really fun. She was a design certificate person. Okay, other things we need to add here, you guys. Oh, we've got these olives. We've got some caramels. I did the craisins, so I feel like we're good on that. And we have the peanut butter cups. Okay, let's be evil. Because why not? And let's add the almond roca, just because I really like the gold right here around it. Isn't that so pretty? It's probably like one too many. There we go. And then let's add the peanut butter cups. I like that these are kind of wrapped up so that if kids are grabbing them, do you guys have any picky eaters? I like kids who like, if you have something in there that they might not like being touched, then they won't eat it. So I'm glad these are wrapped because that kind of works out pretty nicely. I love these milk chocolate, but Charlie says that they don't taste like Reese's peanut butter cups. So he's kind of so-so about it. Okay, what do we have left? Okay, so we do have these pumpkin cookies, and I just don't know that I can fit them onto this board, you guys. In fact, I know I can't. So instead, I'm just going to add the caramels. I guess I'll just have to eat the cookies for me. So we'll just kind of fill in the rest of the hole here. Holes. I guess I really only have one hole here. For the most part, the rest of this is pretty good. I have these lovely sprigs of rosemary, and I'm just going to throw them in the center here just because it's so pretty. And then for everything that I wasn't able to put on the board, I put outside of the board, okay? So here, I'm just going to give you guys an overview so you can kind of see what's going on here. So you can see, look how pretty this board is and all the pretty stuff in it. So what I'm going to do now is I usually keep the jam on hand and somewhere close. And then I usually will add a couple of side pieces. So we'll just do like the olives in this little white area, this little cute white board. I'll just pour a few of those in. This is kind of how I'll also do my honey. Like I'll put honey into one of these boards, and that will work beautifully as well. Got a lot of the juice and none of the olives. Okay, so good. So I've got my olives, which didn't make it onto the board. I've got my jam, which also didn't make it on the board. The other thing you could do is, like, if I turn this whole thing, as you can kind of see I'm doing it, you can add this, like, so I've got this handle up here, and this is where you can add those things. I'm just going to open this up so you guys can see it. It's not my favorite to have them both in one spot, but it works because I want to make sure that it's added. I'm so sad about the cookies. They didn't make it on. But how cute is that? Can you guys see that okay? I'm gonna turn it for you guys so you guys can see everything on it. The little sprigs of rosemary make it really like extra awesome. And honestly, it just smells amazing. It really smells amazing because the rosemary, you can kind of smell that with the grapes and the salami and then all of the cheese. So hopefully you have a chance to make a charcuterie board, whether it's for Thanksgiving or something else. This is really simple, you guys. It's literally like walking to the grocery store and being like, I'll have that, and that, throwing it onto a board, and it looks so beautiful and fun. Next week, you guys, we're going to do butterbeer, and I cannot wait to tell you what that butterbeer is for, because Thanksgiving this year at the Gardners is going to be a little different. So I'm excited to tell you guys a little bit about what we're doing. Ironically, I don't have my Harry Potter tree up right now, but it will be going up. So we're gonna have 2 Christmas trees this year. And if you're wondering about what Christmas tree I'm doing this year, I did a totally pink dessert, yummy Christmas tree with lots of amazing like lollipops and popsicles and all of that. And you can see that on all my channels. I have a video up showing how I put together that tree. Right now, I've been watching the comments for that and all the different channels, and I kind of die. Like some people like love it. They're like, wow, that's so great. Some people are like, I hate it. In fact, someone said in Portuguese, no gosto. And I was just like, oh, it's okay if you don't like it. So just very, very fascinating because I really haven't had a tree where people are like, wow, I really don't like that tree. But this one, apparently, people feel very strongly. They either love it and think it's really fun, or they're like, wow, I hate this. This is not a tree I'd like. And so you have to go check it out and tell me what you think about it. I hope all of you guys are having a marvelous day. You're getting ready for Christmas. We have some Christmas type things that we're going to be doing as we move forward. It's really fun to hang out with you guys. And more than anything, I hope you're doing what you want with this season, enjoying all your friends and family. If you want to learn more about what I do, what we do at the university, you can go to carinagardner.com and you can find all the links for all of my different programs, the crafting that we do, and of course, anything else that we're doing that's just for the darn fun of it. Okay, we'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.